everyone, and welcome to week 116, I think. I don't know if my glasses are dirty or the camera's dirty, so it was the camera. We're just gonna clean both. It's been a day. It's honestly, I've had a busy week. As you know, I made such a long video last week, but what I've been doing is, honestly just venturing around the area. As you know, I started making a blanket for the Linus project, which aims to help children in need of blankets. And so I made a bluey blanket for kids. The amount of math that goes into doing that, you would not believe it. I was struggling so hard because I needed a approximately 45-inch by 60-inch blanket, and Michael's sold, I'm getting a headache just thinking about it, Michael's sold fabrics per yard. I didn't know that you could do half yards. That would have been helpful. And I was trying to factor in the costs, and I kept on getting confused between inches, yards, and feet, and because I would be like, I need 9 yards. Wait, no, I need 9 feet, so I need 3 yards. And then I was like, but there's 2 sides of the blanket. Oh my goodness. I stood there and I literally just stood and thought about how much I needed forever. Right? For at least 10 minutes. And I still talked about how I didn't know what was going on. And I also, today I went to Pilates and I used the reformer for the first time. You would not believe how hard it is to use that reformer. Oh my goodness gracious. I was so confused with the straps and how to use them, and my cords kept on getting twisted. I didn't know they weren't supposed to be twisted, and so I was twisting them, and I'm sure the instructor was like, what is this girl doing? But I really enjoyed it. It smelled really good in there. It was really cool, which is nice because I usually do hot Pilates, and so I'm sweating, disgusting, breathing in the hot sauna air while dying, and my legs are shaking. Today only my legs were shaking, so it was great. But yeah, my legs are starting to hurt, which tells me I need to eat. And so, mind you, currently 12:30 a.m. I do my best work late at night. And honestly, this week has just made me realize that without school, I fill in my time so well. I feel like it just completely disrupts my schedule. I need night school. I need it to start immediately because literally I'm so locked in right now. But at 9 in the morning, I'm like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do this. Which is what's nice about college, because in college I can schedule my classes whenever I wish. Obviously, I can't have classes, and I'm probably not going to want to have classes late at night. But I mean, I can start my classes whenever I wish. And I know the earliest class I'll have is going to be at 11 a.m. because anytime before that is my me time or my sleep time. Anywho, oh my god, my hip. That girl worked me out. I've also been going to a whole bunch of coffee shops. Today, it was so funny, I called my sister because I wanted her to meet me at this coffee shop, and she was like, I'm at insert coffee shop. And I was like, I was just about to ask you to meet me there. So anywho, I met her there and we chit-chatted about colleges. And then I came home and I was talking to my mom about colleges, and I just wanted to scream, cry, and throw up. So I came to my room and I did my TikTok research, and then I heard a whole bunch of, I was looking at Duke because it seemed interesting. And it seems like a fit for me. I'm just trying to find somewhere I feel like I belong. It's hard. It's so hard. And so anywho, I'm looking at this. I was looking at the video and I was like, it seems like they give really good support to their students. They have pop-ups, they have live music, they have a nice student population. The only thing I think might be a problem, it seems very much like my school right now. The only thing that I think might be a problem for me is it's very pre-performative, and it's like you're working hard to get somewhere else. But I feel like my entire life I've been working hard to get to college, and not saying that's where I want to stop working hard, but that's where I want to stop working hard to get to something. And after I get to college, I want to like do my work and obviously still work hard, but find things like do internships, learn more about what I want to do. I don't want to be grinding like I've had to do in high school again. And so that's where I was kind of like, okay, like we're going to look into this, because obviously like I still want challenging work, but I don't want it to consume my life, if that makes sense. Like work hard, play hard. And I hear they're very work hard, play hard. Also another one I've been looking at, I think Vanderbilt is very interesting. I've heard a lot work hard, play hard about them too. And so I'm like, I can get down with that work hard, play hard mindset. I haven't really looked into the pros and cons of them yet. So, also, this is gonna sound like I know how this sounds, but I was looking and I clicked on Harvard. Obviously, I haven't considered Harvard yet because Harvard is like Harvard. And so I was like, I really like, but actually I was listening to people talk about it and I was like, wait, this seems like kind of a good fit for me. I just like, but also I don't know if I'm just telling myself that because I really want to find somewhere to fit in, but I also will not fit in, but find somewhere where I like love. I also, and that's why I like Duke, because a lot of people said it helps you find yourself rather than lose yourself because just lost in the madness. What I did like about Harvard though was, for some reason this girl mentioned how there was rats inside her dorm and that didn't bother me. But speaking of the fact that there was like a wasp in my room and I could not come in and I freaked out for like a day and a half. I don't know how I feel about that. But it was something. I think I really like the location. I like that they're knee blind. I like that obviously the alumni network is fire. Their entire college is like a powerhouse, which would be great. I also, the groups are very competitive, so I was just thinking like, is that gonna be right for me? And so it's just a lot of trying to find like what I do and don't want, and also trying to do it online while not physically being there. And I did get wrapped up in a UNC whirlwind, and then I saw that 82% of their admits are from their state, meaning that because I'm not from North Carolina, so it's going to be a lot harder for me to get in. And also it's a public college, and so aid is not looking too good. They only gave one scholarship apparently to an out-of-state person. And so yeah, anywho, I'm looking at you, Duke. I really don't know though. I feel like for colleges I felt so like unsure of what's going on for the longest time. But I do like with Duke, I feel like, because I've heard about Duke, and also it checks a majority of my boxes. What I'm trying to learn, like what I'm going to need to learn how to do, and I also need to learn how to do this at my current school because it's a problem for me, is not getting caught up in what other people are doing. Like, oh, she's so good at this. Oh, she's so good at that. Oh, what am I doing? I need to just focus on what I'm doing. Like, I need to just focus on my own crap, because every time I look at other people, I freak out. And, like, I also don't want that for myself in college. Like, I don't want to constantly feel like I'm not enough, because I feel like that's been a trend for this year. And I've had enough of it. No. I am enough. Even if I'm not doing everything else that other people are doing, because I'm doing my own stuff. And that's literally why I had to create my whole list of extracurriculars and everything I've done. And then I realized, like, I'm doing stuff. I just need to stop comparing myself to other people. But it's also insanely hard whenever, like, obviously what I wanted was to go to a school with a whole bunch of people who are, like, they're really getting their stuff done. I also, like, that does come with the territory of everyone being really good at everything, which is honestly, it's where I want to be. I want to be somewhere where I'm challenged. It's just, I'm gonna be challenged, and I need to learn how to deal with that again, because I feel like at my old school I was kind of like, okay, challenge, I'm figuring it out, and then I just went and now I'm like, help me. Well, not like that anymore, but like, I have my days. Moving on. What I'm currently, wait, apologies. I'm currently eating my salad. This is from Trader Joe's. It's like a coconut, no, mango Thai salad. I'm currently mad at myself because I put the dressing on top and then I ate all the parts of the dressing instead of stirring it in. And so now there's none at the bottom. That felt strangely poetic. Anywho, moving on. I'll just go get some more dressing. Moving on. What I'm currently doing is working on my resume. I'm making a new one because my old one, I read over it and I was like, what the heck is this? It's just so, like, so no. And I'm trying to add my own, like, creative touch to it. And so it doesn't just feel like, oh, it's like a Canva template. It feels like, oh wow, like she like kind of made it herself. Also, there's nothing wrong with just using a Canva template. I love Canva, and this is still a Canva template. It's just with extra steps, because I wanted to add my own touches to it. But I mean, I feel like whatever really feels right for you. So you should, whatever feels right for you, you should do. I just added a little thing to this at the top. I'm trying to think, should I add this, since this is technically content creation and I talk about this and I talk about content creation on my resume. I'm thinking like, should I share this with my employers? Should I not? I mean, honestly, I think I probably should. Give them a taste of who I am. Currently trying to write a bio for this. You would not believe how hard it is to write a bio. Well, actually, I'm like strolling along, but like over the summer, I don't know what happened, but I tried to make a resume and I just literally, I lost all my basic writing skills. I currently have my title down as aspiring entrepreneur, but I don't know if that's a good thing to put on my resume. I really don't know. I'm so like, I work best when I'm in like a manic state, and that's how I've been. But yeah, I'm just gonna apply for internship, and then one of them's gonna accept me, because what I should have done is applied for the internship that's at my school, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking straight, and now I'm mad at myself. Yeah. After I'm done with this, I'm gonna eat a bag of chips because girls gotta eat. Anywho, I need to lock in on this. And I wonder if you're my future employer, I hope you've gotten what you've needed from this video if you've watched this far in, and if you have, thank you. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna film my reaction responding to, I just saw that I got a comment on my last video, and I can't lie, every time I see that I got a comment, I do get a little nervous, because I mean, honestly, this time I'm excited because I wasn't really expecting anything. Also, I changed my profile photo. I wasn't really expecting anything. I don't really like it that much, but like, it's okay. I wanted to see my video retention So just basically how far in people are watching. Wait, how do I find that? Analytics. Oh, let's see. No, this is views, not. Hold on. Impressions. 3.8K. Okay. Oh, she growing? Oh, I'm in a playlist. Yay. Audience. Maybe I shouldn't look for this while you're like right there. Okay, let me just get on with it. Oh, I'm nervy. Okay. Turn off my volume so I don't have to hear the beginning of the video I made. See comments. Oh, I'm scared. Wait, this is so creative. Okay, what the? Wait, it's a nice comment. Yay! I should not check these ever. So much. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, that was really sweet. Thank you. I regret nothing. 9916. Wait. Stop. I should not let comments control my mood, because the second somebody says something mean, I'm gonna freak out. But this is a happy result from it. I appreciate that. And also thank you to the person who said Happy New Year's to me on New Year's. I think I already talked about this. It's great to know that we're getting comments. Week 116. Seriously, my legs hurt so bad. Anywho, so I guess, should I add my YouTube? I mean, if they want to know more about my personality, like, and also, I mean, I have my audience. I have my niche audience. We're niche. We're underground. We're not heard of. We're not heard of. We're hard to find because we're high quality. Anywho, okay. Bye-bye. Okay, hi everyone. I just woke up. Okay, last night, as you know, I spent a whole bunch of time applying to internships and researching colleges and, you know, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that. Currently 12. I wanted to tan today. It should honestly still work out, because what I'm annoyed about is I wanted to go at like 11, but I was up so late applying to internships that I wanted to sleep in more, but I'm awake now. I didn't get as much sleep as I should have. That's okay. We're still learning because my body thinks that this is gonna be forever. Sorry, hate to break it to you. No, it's not. Actually, I probably know better than that. Anywho. Let me not do that. So I'm probably gonna go tan. First things first though, I wanna go finish working on my other blue. Did I show you my bluey blanket? I can't remember. I'm gonna show it to you again. Here she is in all her glory. Okay, look. This side's anti-pill fleece, because they said get machine washable anti-pill fleece. But on the other side, I wanted to do bluey. Look at how cute it is. I wanted to do bluey because I was like, I want them to have like a pattern blanket. I don't just want it to be this color. And so here she is. I'm a little nervous just because like the ties got bigger as I went along, and it's so annoying because literally that was the one thing I didn't want to do. I was like, okay, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. But also, like, let me go to the corner where the biggest change is. I feel like it's really, yeah, because like there's kind of a hole here. So I'm worried about that because like it's kind of big. I'm so upset about this because literally the one thing I didn't want to do was this. That's what I did. Because like, see, look, it looks like that. But I'm gonna see what I can do to fix it. Maybe I can like hot glue it. That's probably not a good idea. Maybe I can tie it tighter. I don't know. Okay. But anyhow, this is how it started out. And then they slowly just got bigger. and bigger and bigger. I think I'm just gonna call the person and I'm gonna ask her. Also, my cat, wait, let me put this back. My cat has been having a blast, a grand old time laying on that blanket. And I'm like, that's not for you. And so now I'm gonna have to make a disclaimer for any kids with allergies because he won't get off of it. And I was like, he's upset. And also there's just cat hair in my house since I have 2 cats. So I don't want to give anyone an allergic reaction. So I'm going to actually talk to her about that too. So that's one thing. 2, this morning, literally, I was laying in my bed thinking about how I should, like, I was like, do I get up? Do I not get up? And I was like, I need to get more sleep. And then I got a call, because I was listening to, like, my frequency music and I was changing it because I was like, feeling a little stressed right now. So I changed it and then, wait, this is really funny actually. After I put my phone down and I laid down, I got a call and I was like, oh, it's gonna be my mom, but she's still in the house, so why is she calling me? And I looked down and it's somebody from an internship opportunity and she was calling me about it. And I was like, hello? Hi, yes, what internship opportunity again? Can you please describe what I do? Because I applied to so many. I was like, I say so many, like 7, because literally none of them want high school students. Anywho, this one would be remote, like fully remote, because it ain't my state. Oh wait, I talked about this, I think. And the name from the call was different than the name on the site. I'm guessing because it's their management company, or because I just didn't see it. I don't know. And so I'm like, and I'm opening my laptop trying to figure out like which management company she's talking about. And she seemed really sweet. So I have an interview with her tomorrow at 12. And so I was like, yeah, I'm happy about that. And then I go and I open my DMs and this girl from my karate class was telling me about her band concert coming up. And I was like, wait, this is so exciting. Look at me go. I have all this, like, it feels like everything's coming together a little. And I was like, I literally look myself in the mirror and I go, this feeling isn't permanent. And so I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and record it until the next time when I'm like, it's all falling apart. What do I do? And then I'll be back. Whew, it's just a roller coaster here. I didn't attach my YouTube channel to any of my job applications just because I didn't know how I felt about submitting this to Indeed, because sometimes I don't want it to like, I don't want to be getting random comments from people from all around the country. Okay, well, that makes no sense. Pause, rewind. I'm not trying to get scammed. You might ask, how does somebody scam you over a YouTube channel? I'm really not trying to find out. Moving on. But, oh, there's nothing to move on to. I'm gonna go, I need to find, okay, I have a lot of stuff to do. I want to get watermelon because I'm gonna go to like, this little like beach. And so I want to get watermelon. I say beach. You know what? No, it's a beach. It's a beach. I want to get watermelon to eat at my beach. I need to find a umbrella so I don't burn my face off. And also I don't have my prescription sunglasses, and I wanted to read a book, but trying to read a book with these on in the sun is gonna kill me. Maybe it's good that I didn't go exactly at 12 because then I would have been like roasting. And so doing that, yes, a lot of stuff. I feel like my sunscreen's clogging my nose, that's why I keep on getting distracted. I'm gonna go measure my blanket, which is insanely hard, as I previously said. It's a pain. It's a pain. It's such a pain. But that's okay. That's okay. Because I really enjoy the tying part. The measuring part is so annoying because you have to put it exactly, like you have to line the corners up, and now I have sewing pins, which is gonna make it easier, but before I had no sewing pins. I was just going at it, and it kept on moving, and it was upsetting me, and oh wait, and also now I have a normal measuring tape, so this is gonna be easier than last time. Also, to make it easier on myself, I bought scissors, like new scissors. Oh, I showed them to you. I bought Fiskars, and then the line from Childish Gambino was like stuck in my head. Ain't nobody sicker than my Fisker, vroom vroom ho. Fiskars don't make noise when they start up, just so you know. That's a line from Sweatpants. I think it's Sweatpants. Don't be mad because I'm doing me better than you doing you. If you know that song. If you don't, I probably just looked really insane. But trust, it's a good song. I don't even know if Fisker's what he said, but that's what I say. So I'm gonna go cut that, and then I need to find an umbrella. I need to pack. I need to clean my room. I need to pack snacks for myself. I'm gonna have to go get them because my house is desolate from any snacks. And then I'm going to tan, and then I'm going to measure my blanket, and then I'm gonna tan because I'm waiting for my brother to get back, because while I was sleeping he was talking to me about when he should leave, and obviously if I'm mid REM cycle I'm not gonna have very insightful things to say, and so I told him, just go. And then I was like, wait, why are you leaving? And he was like, because you told me to go. And I was like, no, don't go. And then he left. Shame on him. Anywho, that's what I've been up to. Also, for some reason, I got an electrical toothbrush literally a month ago, and it already, like, doesn't work anymore. Like, that battery is dead. And I'm like, do I need to take it to a grocery store? Seriously? Like, girl, be so for real. And I was pressing the buttons on the side, and they were not doing anything. Wait, maybe they were. I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's me. And I also, yeah, I wanna, last thing. You can't see it in this light, but my hair has, like, it's like, it has red undertones, and it used to have blonde ones, but they went away. And I want to see if I can, like, lighten my hair, I guess, because there's a lot of, is melanin what makes your hair dark? Is that what's in brown hair? Because I know it's in skin, but I don't know if it's in hair. Whatever's making my hair dark, the pigment, one might say, I want to try and lighten it just so I can have, like, the same color of hair I did whenever I was a kid, because my hair was, like, honey brown. And I think it is still, like, it's still, like, light if it's not all on top of each other, if that makes sense. Like, if the sun were to be shimmering through my hair right now, it would be, like, reddish brown. But obviously you can't see that because there's no sunlight shimmering through my hair. Anywho, that's it. Okay. Bye. Currently here to just verbally state my love for season 13, episode 5 of Bob's Burgers. It's about individuality, and I thought it was really nice. Thank you, Bob's Burgers. I just found out that there's a Sleep on the Floor music video. That's literally my favorite song ever, so we're gonna go listen to it. Okay, currently feeling a little bummed. That internship opportunity that I was talking about the other day did not end up working out. I'm not exactly sure how reliable the company is, and they're also just really far away, like I said. And so I'm currently looking for more options, but I just feel kind of dumb for not, like, figuring out that it's not, like, a good fit until now. It's been, like, 3 days, mind you. But yeah, I think I need some help doing this because I don't, like, I was just doing it by myself. And just kind of trying to figure out how it goes. But I think this also shows me why I want to go somewhere that has good connections, just because I, like, don't want to deal with this I just feel really dumb. And I know I'm not dumb. It's just frustrating to think about. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Currently feeling a little bitter, a little salty, a little upset. And that's not how I felt like an hour ago. Basically, my mother called me and she was like, you need to take a practice ACT at 9 in the morning. This is my last day of spring break. So I was like, literally, I'm like, what the fuck? So I start taking my ACT. On question 23, it switches to math. And I was previously doing English. And I was just like, what the hell? Anywho, I did it. And I could have done better, to say the least. And, like, it wasn't bad. But, like, first thing in the morning, before I haven't even eaten breakfast. And I'm staring at this score and I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm going to take my ACT. I'm going to be so productive. And then I saw the score and I was like, oh, so why do I, like, feel worthless right now? Anywho, that's one of the many reasons why I hate standardized testing so much. I hate standardized testing with all my heart and soul. Ah! What an awful way to determine, like, who I am as a person by putting me in front of this. If you can't tell, feeling a little, as I said, as I started, bitter. Currently reading this book for my class. I'm on chapter 13. I read it while I was on the beach, because the other day I went to the beach. It's a really good book. It's also insanely sad. And so I can only take so much of it in small doses without just being like... And so I'm gonna go find myself something exciting and productive to do. Okay, let's move on to the good things. So yesterday after work, I went to a cat cafe to visit a friend from my school. She's in my advisory, and I was like, oh, I'll come visit you. It was pretty far away. It was an hour away if I didn't take the highway. So I took the highway and it was like 40 minutes. Oh, also, this is something else that upset me. So as you know, I make blankets for community service and I wanted to deliver them yesterday while I was on my way over there. And so I stopped at this place and like the place closed at 5 and it was 4:45 and I didn't realize that the person leaving was the person who like was in charge until like she was like walking off. And so I just got out of my car and I go, oh, hi, excuse me. And she goes, and she just walks off. And I was like, I just stood there and I was like, I mean, I'm not going to chase her down the street. And I knew why she did it. It's probably because 1, she didn't want to do more work, or 2, she thought I was trying to rob her or something. But I just like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to live in a world where people don't even have the common decency to turn around. And by I don't want to live in a world, I'm not saying like, I'm not saying one thing. I'm saying like, this can't be what I'm growing up to. Like, I know. This is not, no. That's not who I want to be. That's not who I want to be around. That's not what I want to have to put up with. Really? You couldn't have the common decency to just turn around and say, oh, not right now. Just respond? And part of me is like, I understand why. As somebody who, like, people have approached me and I've kind of just been like, no. But at least I say, no, thank you. Or I go, hi. Yeah, no, thank you. Not interested. I respond. I was so offended by that. I was like, is this what I'm gonna have to deal with in my future? Because no, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to be around people who act like that. Like, that's literally what... It's such basic manners to just respond. And I know the reason why is like fear and whatnot, or just not wanting to do work. Like, I was literally just thinking, like, so watch me move to a small town where everyone knows everybody and we all live in the forest and sing Kumbaya, because I can't. That's so, like, literally, I was like chilling. That upset me for a good 10 minutes. I was like, what is wrong with you? It's not that hard. But I'm also like, I get it. Seriously, it's not that hard. Like, running off like I'm freaking tax collector. I really feel like it's not that hard to turn around and go, oh, not right now. Oh, we're closed. Oh, something. Mind you, 15 minutes before they closed, too. But, like, I'm gonna go back and because it's the closest to my school, and I'm gonna drop it off. And maybe she's a really nice person. I also, like, I talked to my mom about it, and she was like, you need to stop excusing bad behavior. And I was like, for being empathetic? Literally, what? I can't. I need to go to the forest immediately. I need to go touch some grass. I need to go talk to the bunnies. Like, I can't do this. Keep messing me with some ACT. I'm messing me with some bullshit at, like, what? It was not in the morning, but still, done. Because, like, I'm tired of it. Like, are you seriously telling me that scamming and crime in life has gotten so bad that we can't even have basic conversations with each other anymore? And as much as I want to say, like, oh, so we're headed straight for the dumpster, also, I just truly don't believe that. Like, I hate it when people are like, oh, we're all screwed, oh, we're all gonna die. Like, oh, great. Oh, thank you. That was so helpful. For nobody. That's not helpful at all. And so, like, I just, like, anywho, moving on to what I was saying, now we're gonna be excited because that was just utterly upsetting. Entirely. And not that I haven't been ignored before, it's just never been like that. I was like, that was just odd. That was just weird. I, like, literally, genuinely, what? Maybe I'm gonna, next time I speak to her, we'll see. Because I also spoke to somebody on the phone, and if that's the same person that I spoke to on the phone, then I don't know, maybe she's having a bad day or something. I don't know. Okay, moving on. Next, I went to, I went to the cat cafe. And driving over there, I was, like, kind of anxious because, oh girl, it was a long freaking drive on the highway. Anywho, and there were like 14 miles. And so, anywho, then I got to the cat cafe, and the parking situation was dismal, but I found parking, and then I went inside and I saw my friend, and it was great. She made me this drink. It was really good. It was like an Irish soda. And it had lavender in it, my fave. And I pet the cats. That was my reconnecting with nature. That was me talking to the bunnies. And I also spoke to her mom. So it was great. And I pet the cats. And I learned all about their cat drama. And then I just kind of sat around and looked at them. I was kind of waiting for one to come to me. Like, that's a perfect place to do work. And also, all the cats are up for adoption. And so it's like, they can find their owner. It was so cute. Anyway, and then I got to go see the kittens. It was just blast. And I was like, none of you have ever... Actually, I completely forgot about the woman who walked away from me. And then I went to go visit my other friend who just got out of surgery. And I talked with her for like a few hours. And her mom made me food. I introduced myself to her mom, and like she was on the phone, like because her mom had called her and she was in the other room on the phone, and she was like, her mom goes, "Do you want me to make you what I'm making for like her?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she was on the phone and she goes, "She does not know what she's getting herself into." And I was like, "Oh, thank God she's here, because I have no idea what half of this is." Because she had Mediterranean stuff and I rarely eat Mediterranean food, and she said chicken shawarma, and I was like, "Yes, I'll have some of that." And so anywho, then I was just chilling. I ate a whole bunch of food, and then on my way home, I remembered the rude lady, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really bothered by that anymore, because like, there's so many. Like, I was like, I had a nice evening, and so, I mean, I'm not gonna let one person's behavior. I will say, I usually don't let people's behavior affect me, like, at all. That did. I was like, what? What? And I was stuck like that, like I said, for 10 minutes, and then I just forgot about it. Because I was driving on the highway and I got distracted. But, like, yeah. I'm sure that's not who she is. It's probably just, like I said. And I will say, I have a lot going on, and there's a lot I could be stressed about. I'm gonna quote somebody from Love Island. I don't watch Love Island, so I don't know who it is. But I'm turning that anxiety into excitement. There's so much good stuff coming ahead. Senior year. It's so close, I can taste it. All I need to do is get this stupid ACT over with. Yeah, and whoever runs the ACT, I hope you know this is not an insult towards you. It's just the entire basis of it was to give all kids an opportunity, and now with ACT tutoring, anyone can, or not just ACT, with standardized test tutoring, literally anyone can get the highest score. And so it's no longer based on whether or not you get that naturally, because literally everyone starts studying for it like freshman year. And I'm gonna just say, as somebody who's not very good at standardized testing, it kind of sucks. Like, why don't we do stand-up comedy? Why don't we do that? I think that would be a lot easier for some people. Let's switch it up. Let's do a personality test. I've been saying this for the longest time. If within speaking to you for 1 week straight, the admissions officers are like, "Yeah, I like her," immediate admit. I'm just saying, I feel like we base our worth off of such unimportant things. Like, really, my ability, okay, I don't want this to interfere with my ability to get into college, so let me just say, I feel like, yeah, you either get what I'm saying or you don't. I'm sorry. Like, this is not meant to be an insult to people who are good at standardized testing. I just want to clarify that. But I feel like in life, there are so many skills that we are not tested on. And not just in corporate life, in general life. The ability to make connections, the ability to dress yourself, the ability to communicate effectively, the ability to show up on time, the ability to create things for yourself, the ability to cook, the ability to, this is corporate life, do your taxes, the ability to manage your money, the ability to use technology. Because let me say, I might not be a boomer, but sometimes I feel like a boomer looking at my computer, because I'm like, what does this mean? And then you Google it and you're reading it and it makes no sense. And it's like, what is this even talking about? And the ability to just be a genuinely nice person. I think that if we put more of a focus on that, our world would run a lot better. Because why are there so many evil people in charge? Genuinely, what's going on with that? Whatever happened to whenever we were all kids and one kid bites the other and you say, no, we don't bite each other, or one kid slaps the other across the face and we go, don't do that, no. Then why do I see adults acting a mess? And I'm like, what are you telling the children? Because whenever you're out here acting a mess, being rude, being impolite, and hitting each other, or just being violent for no reason, what do you think you're messaging to the children of tomorrow? the future of tomorrow. Nothing good. Nothing good. And so, like, if 5-year-olds are held to a higher standard than you, something's incorrect. Something's wrong. Because I genuinely think, like, I've said this before and I'll say it again, the hardest time to be alive, or the hardest time to, like, be a person, I guess, is from ages 10 to 12. Because you're held to not only the standards that, like, little kids are held to of, like, genuinely just being a good person. Also, school's getting harder to a point where it's challenging, but like, you don't know that it doesn't get, like, it gets easier to manage as time goes on, because these are the ages where, like, for everything in math, this is before you're allowed to use a calculator for stuff. I remember this. It is the most insufferable time to be in school because you're having to memorize, like, the times tables and the factors of things whenever you can literally use your calculator for that in high school. And also the grammar rules that you're learning, you're not going to need any of that. I guarantee you nobody in high school knows how to do it. It's literally only those 2 years, and nobody tells you that it's so hard. I remember I was like, this is how hard life is, like, having to remember which numbers are prime and which numbers aren't. I know, like, the first maybe 10 prime numbers. Tell me why I had to know whether or not 43 was prime. I don't have a damn clue. I don't know. All the while, I have to include every single person around me in my friend group whenever I don't even like half of them. It's just, like, it's absurd. And I just think, not that people shouldn't be held to high standards, but, like, if you're holding 10 and 12-year-olds to that standard, why are there adults breezing through life and just being evil to everyone? And you can say, like, oh, it'll come back and get them, which I truly do believe. If you're an awful person, it's gonna come get you. I also think, like, it gets to a point where somebody needs to be checked, because just, how are you in charge? Who put you in charge? You don't even know what you're doing. This is like a mini crash out, honestly. I needed this. I'm also incredibly hangry and tired and exhausted, and I still have school. Also, side note, in my math class, I think it would be a lot easier. My problem is, I don't know what to do. Not that I don't, like, genuinely, I don't know what to do. And I keep on trying to fix the problem, and it's really hard. And I get to points where many times I've just been like, can I just give up? Can I quit? Where's the quit button? Because I'm like, I don't remember how to do anything from freshman year. I mean, I say that sparingly. I'm not going to know how to do any of this next year. I can guarantee that. Pre-calculus is just a no. And it's like, none of it makes sense. In what world am I going to be 25 and they go, all right, so sketch a sinusoidal graph. I'm sorry, what? Like, I understand the unit circle. There's just some things where it's like, this isn't relevant to anybody ever. And I guarantee you I'm not going to see this in calculus. So get it off my screen. Because, oh, don't piss me off. Also, I don't really like, I'm kind of just done with trigonometry. It's been a little too hard this year. And so why don't we just discontinue it? I'm just like, I feel like I see stuff and I'm like, oh, maybe I can just bullshit my way until I make it to calculus. And Lord knows I'm not taking AP calculus. We're taking normal calculus. Also, I feel like if I ever need that again, I can just Google it. Because I genuinely have not a clue what's going on. And I think my exam reflected that clearly. I mean, I will say I did do better on stuff. It's just a matter of how much better I did. Yeah, math is just not really my strong suit at this point in life. And you know what? That's okay, because this is just a moment in time and I won't feel like this forever. I'm also starving right now. I'm hungry. I'm I'm always hungry. I'm always tired. I'm always done. Okay, I'm done whining. Okay, I need to end this off on a positive note because I feel like this has just been the Cry KG River show. I did have a whole bunch of fun yesterday, and I still have my drink. It's probably separated and disgusting by now, but I didn't get the chance to finish it because I was so thirsty for water. But wait, yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. And also last night I was researching potential internship opportunities again. And so this time it should go better because what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to people instead of reaching out to me. And I'm also not using any third-party services because that never goes well. Okay. So today I've been not just today. Recently, I've been resorting to asking other people where they think I would go to college to kind of try and get like a vibe of where I should go. It might be like, KG, don't let other people tell you what to do. And honestly, I feel like sometimes it's helpful because I feel like there are so many and I'm like, I don't even know what I want. And so, I don't know. Also, I know a lot of people see me differently, and so I'm just gonna ask this to everyone I see now, and we're gonna like figure out what I should do. Also, I'm like very grateful that I'm a social person and that I can talk to people and myself clearly, just because I feel like it's such a useful skill. So taquitos for KG. I'm like proud of myself, so like I'll pat myself on the back moment. I don't know if I should be sharing my moment of pride publicly, but I am. So hope you all are proud of me too or whatever. Anywho, so yeah. This is probably gonna be the end, so bye.